Let's go inside now. Simon is there for us. It's very calm. The Americans have just launched its pavilion. You've just spoken to the acting ambassador today, inside there today. Is he baffled as to why this has attracted so much attention?
Well, yes, and this is a different Simon you're seeing on your screen now. This is Lieutenant General Simon Stewart. He's the Chief of Army, and he's getting a tour right now of the South Australian Pavilion. Now, the Lieutenant General this morning gave a speech, is my understanding, to a number of defence industry figures, where he did acknowledge earlier in the week, he acknowledged the Royal Commission into Veterans Suicide report that was released as well. Simon Stewart, I am informed by a number of sources, talked up the role of industry in defence in Australia. And we saw last hour the setup that the Army has and Department of Defence has here inside this event, which obviously does take place to the backdrop of those demonstrations that are occurring outside the Convention and Exhibition Centre. I was speaking a short time ago with the acting ambassador of the United States. She just launched a pavilion that the United States have here. And also, I was speaking to the Shadow Assistant Defence Minister, Philip Thompson, the member for Herbert. He's here too. He's taken a little bit of a swipe at the federal government over not having any, well, he says, over no official representation here at Land Forces so far. Of course, it's Parliament sitting week in Canberra.
And really, we should have the Minister for Defence and Defence Industry here. They should have got
here.
No, they're not. They need to be here.
It's a sitting week.
Yeah, this is our people, right? Their job is to keep our people safe, make sure we have the equipment to do that. They're in government. They should be at Defence Industry. They should be at Land Forces.
So the exhibition, it starts today. It goes for 3 days. Tomorrow, the Chief of Army is giving the Chief of Army symposium, where he'll give a major speech talking about the state of play for Army and Defence Forces at the moment. You can see Simon Stewart there, the Lieutenant General. He's off to his next stop here at Land Forces. In fact, he's going inside the South Australian Pavilion. So you can see the South Australians, Laura, as we know, they've got a major defence presence in Australia, and they are here at this conference alongside many of the other states and territories as well.
Simon, thank you. I just want to take you back outside. Things have been set on fire now. You know, every now and then it seems like police are getting the upper hand, but then that changes very quickly indeed. We see a number of members of the riot squad at the ready, man there with the Palestinian flag. So you get the flavour of these protests. They are anti-war protests. It is outside a weapons conference in Melbourne there. There was another man that we saw on screen in live pictures just a short time ago that more tear gas being fired at protesters there, as you can see it. And also there is medical assistance on scene as well. We saw a number of people being treated for the effects of tear gas, but these protests are not going anywhere. They started early this morning and they look like they are going to last well into today. Police have a reasonable hold on the situation, but as you can see there, they're still needing to fire tear gas, and this is going to last for quite some time. So we'll get back there as soon as we can. But we're keeping an eye on those pictures on the bottom of your screen for now.